Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, author, leadership, and team development speaker Joe Woodley here with another Key Moments for Faith. Thank you so much for joining me on today's broadcast, coast to coast and around the world. Welcome to the show. Just got back in town late last night, so I've missed a couple of videos, but I'm excited to talk about today's topic with you. Breaking through the pain barrier, the importance of breaking through the pain barrier. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Before we go any further, make sure you click on the subscription box down below. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, like other videos on this channel. Please comment and share them with your friends, your family, your neighbors, the guy down the street, around the corner, and even your enemies. And they may just happen to become your friends. Also, take a look in the description box where you're certainly sure to find something to help you on this journey we call faith. There's books in there such as When It Really Counts, Leading When No One Is Watching, as well as You Were Born to Win. So suck it up, Buttercup. It's an essential guide to turning whiners into winners and losers into leaders, as well as various other resources. So as I said today, guys, I want to talk to you about the importance of breaking through the pain barrier. Now, for those of you who are athletic or may have been athletes in the past, you certainly understand what it is that I'm talking about. But the truth is, everyone, in order to achieve whatever it is your set goal is, in order to receive what it is that God has for you, every single person here in the earth has to make the decision that they're going to break through that pain barrier. Now, for you, that pain barrier may be sacrificing relationships, it may be friendships, it may be leisure time, it may be a number of issues, but no matter who it is or what it is, there is a pain barrier that must be broken through in order for you to reach your goal. When I did powerlifting years ago, I remember the first time I wanted to bench 400 pounds, and I decided I was going to be disciplined and motivated and focused, and I was going to make this thing happen. Well, there was a barrier that I had to break through. Number one, I had to break through a mental barrier to convince myself that I was going to be able to do it. Because I'm telling you, 400 pounds to someone who's never benched it before, that's quite a bit of weight. So I had to break through, number one, the mental barrier. I can do this. I can achieve this. It is possible. So I had to break through that barrier and stop telling myself that it was impossible. I also had to break through another barrier, which was the physical barrier, because it was going to hurt. Yeah, let's just be real. Training to prepare your body to get to a certain point means it's going to hurt. Again, those of you who are athletes or maybe into fitness, you know that they say no pain, no gain. Well, that is absolutely true. I knew it was going to hurt. That pushing that weight up, laying down on that bench and holding 400 pounds up over my chest was going to hurt. So I had to break that barrier, that pain barrier, in order to achieve that goal. And many of you have goals and dreams and desires that you have set in life that God has given you. Many of you have an assignment that God has called you into, but you have not fulfilled that assignment because you have been unwilling to break the pain barrier. You kind of get to the edge, and the moment that it begins to hurt a little bit, you withdraw. The moment that it stings a little bit, you don't want to do it anymore. The moment that is problematic, you're ready to bail, and so it doesn't seem like it's fun. But you have to remember that the reward is far more worth it than the pain you're going through, right? So there's going to be this tremendous reward. When I got the 400 pounds up, oh my God, it was just fantastic. I felt amazing. And then I wanted to go even higher. I wanted to get to 500 pounds, and I trained myself to get up to 500. Then I wanted to go even higher than that, and I got so big and I got huge. But I was willing to break through that pain barrier in order to achieve what it was, that set goal that I had established for myself. The same principle applies to every single area of my life and to yours. For those of you who are parents, you want to be an effective parent, there's a pain barrier you have to break through. You have to sacrifice leisure time with your friends and with family and things you may want to do, you can't do. And so there's pain there. Sometimes there's separation pain because you're like, hey, I want to hang out with my friends, but I can't hang out with my friends. Why? Because the reward of being a parent far outweighs what's going on out there with your friends, right? The pain of missing your friends does not match up or line up with the reward of being a great parent, right? And the same thing applies spiritually. The reward of doing what God has called you to do, the assignment He has placed on your life, far outweighs what you're giving up. Because the fact of the matter is, the pain barrier, if you're going to walk with Jesus, you're going to suffer persecution. You're not going to be liked. People are going to talk about you. They're going to say all kinds of crazy stuff about you. There's pain you're going to go through. You may even be isolated. God knows I have been through that, where I have been in rooms full of people and I felt all alone. That has happened many times. Rooms packed with people, hundreds of people, and I feel by myself because the weight of the assignment that God has placed on my life in that particular venue is so great that, you know what, I'm like, wow, all these people around me. It's a sacrifice. You make it. There's a pain barrier that's there, but you know what? The reward is far greater. It makes it worthwhile. It's like when you meet the love of your life, and you meet the love of your life and you forsake everyone else. You know what? And even though you may look at somebody and say, wow, they're kind of cute, or he's kind of handsome, or whatever it is, you're willing to give up all that other stuff for this individual because they mean so much to you, because you care about them so much, because you love them so much. So you're willing to sacrifice, you're willing to let those things go because the reward is far greater. And so my challenge for you guys today, whatever it is that's going on in your life, there's an assignment that's on your life. There's a plan of God for your life. There's a purpose for your life. And you may be struggling, trying to figure out, do I really want to do this thing or not? I promise you, from personal experience and from observation, that if you would turn it over to the Lord, number one, and you would trust God, and you would pursue whatever it is He's telling you to pursue, that no matter what current pain you are feeling, no matter what you're feeling in a moment, no matter what persecution you're feeling in a moment, no matter what negative feelings you may even have in a moment, because that's a possibility as well. But no matter what you're feeling in a moment, that does not outweigh the reward that God has for you. Because some of you, God wants you benching 400, 500, 600 pounds spiritually. Some of you, God has that 400, 500, 600 pound relationship that's going to change the world and change the course of your family and the relationships around you. Some of you, God wants you to just press through, push through that pain. The pain of isolation, the pain of people not understanding, the pain of people dismissing the dreams and the goals that God has given you. That's very real. And I don't deny that. That is very, very real. But God wants you to push through the pain. Push through that pain barrier. And I'm telling you, I promise you, the reward is far, far greater. You just don't even realize it. When I think about what God has done in my life and the opportunities that He has afforded me to speak in front of Fortune 500 companies, to speak in front of churches, to be a part of great conferences and great ministries, to have been elevated time and time again, to have opportunities galore, things that I would never have imagined had the opportunity to be a part of. That's because I pushed through the pain barrier. That's because I was willing to step out and sometimes be ostracized. That's because I was willing to endure the pain of isolation. That's because I was willing to make sacrifices. When other people weren't willing to make sacrifices, I was willing to make those sacrifices. Why? Because I wanted to see God's plan fulfilled in my life. And more importantly, because I wanted to do what God had called me to do and be a blessing in someone else's life. So I challenge you guys, whatever the obstacle is or the roadblock is in your life, push through it. Push through the pain. The reward is far greater on the other side. God bless you. Author, leadership, and team development speaker Joe Woodley. Look forward to connecting with you again here soon on another Key Moments for Faith.